Hi everybody. I'm going to be making some crackers this evening because I've got a bit of a hankering for a little cheese and crackers. It's one of my favorite things. I'm going to make my own version of a kind of like a wheat thin, seedy, rosemary. It's kind of a combination of a couple of recipes that I found online. So the first thing we need is some flour. There's some almond meal in there. I didn't have quite enough almond meal, so I kind of just made it up and did a little bit of oat flour. I didn't have oat flour either, but did you know how easy it is to make oat flour in this bad boy? Rolled oats, and you just whir it up for, I don't know, minute and a half, and then you've got oat flour. It's amazing. I'm just gonna dump that into a food processor, and it needs a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a little bit of sea salt, and some garlic powder. Oh, I forgot to mention there was flax, ground flax seed in that flour mixture as well. I'm on a little clean eating program because I went camping this weekend and I ate a lot of crap. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is just pulse this until it mixes. It's really just the dry ingredients. This calls for 3½ tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm going to add the olive oil and then just pulse in the food processor until it's crumbly. 3, and I'm just going to guesstimate a half. I'm really hopeful that my cats don't knock over this lamp that I've got set up here because they have chosen now to have their Zoom me times. So you can hear them meowing and running around. So if a big crash happens, it's the cats. They're maniacs. Okay, so pulse until it's crumbly. Certainly isn't dry anymore, but it certainly isn't wet. So we're going to add the water now. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to mix this until it's sort of sticky. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I've only put in 4 tablespoons at this point, but you can see it's coming together as a ball. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this dough. I've got 2 pieces of parchment paper. So I'm going to pour this out onto the parchment paper. My dough is quite lovely actually. Tiny bit crumbly maybe, but what you could possibly do, I still have the water right here, I would just maybe give it a little spray. Oh, I'm gonna give my cat a little spray while I'm at it too, because he's chewing on my microphone cord. All right, so look at my ball of cracker dough. I like it. Sort of squash it down, so I'm flattening it out, just like so. And then I'm going to put the other piece of parchment on top. And then I'm going to take my beautiful, I'm a sucker, I'm such a sucker, my beautiful old new to me rolling pin. Look at it, it's gorgeous. I like to think of all the people before me that used this rolling pin. Okay, so I'm going to roll this dough out to about 1/8 of an inch. So let's see what I got here. Look at that, that looks not bad. All right, and as for 1/8 of an inch, I don't know, I'm really bad at gauging this kind of thing, but sure, let's call that 1/8 of an inch. I need to chop up this beautiful, beautiful fresh rosemary. Oh, it smells amazing. Does anything smell better than fresh herbs? So I'm just gonna put a little smattering of Brad's poppy seeds. I'm taking my hands and just doing a pat, 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 just to stick them all down. I'm just going to give it a roll with the rolling pin, one last roll. I have my lovely sharp butcher knife there. The other thing too, you can actually use cookie cutters. My round one here, it's a bit big. You know, I might actually grab the smaller one because I think it'd be cuter. So I'm just going to cut a few shapes out. When you are doing this, you want to try and maximize your dough. I'm actually going to take half of this and I'm going to cut them into squares. Now I am just going to place them on my prepared pans. I will just put these on the cookie sheet, and you know what? They're not going to expand very much. So you really can just put them on, you know, 4 across or 5 across. Stay tuned. I am going to finish doing this and then I'm going to pop them in the oven. I'm going to put the crackers in for about 16 to 20 minutes. My crackers have come out of the oven. The one thing I would say would be this looks to be the perfect thickness. And the other thing I might do would be to sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on the tops. I don't find them quite salty enough, but I've only tried one, so I'm going to try another one. So they've got a really nice crunch. The bottoms are quite brown. The rosemary is really prominent. It's better than a wheat thin, I have to say, and the seeds are really nice. The rosemary is just like, and I think they're pretty perfect. Give it a try if you think these look good to you. Andrea's Seedy crackers. I've got to work on my recipe names, don't I? Anyways, yeah.